This is Dr.A. Welcome to Corner of Dr.A, where psychology meets the stories we carry in our bodies. Today, we will talk about something that can be a little confusing at first, how trauma responses can sometimes look like personality. Now, when I say personality, I'm talking about the pattern that makes you, you. The way you usually think, the way you usually feel, and the way you usually act. Personality is like your style. It's how you tend to show up in the world, the colors you wear in your mind and behavior. Some people are naturally easygoing, some more serious, some bold, some quiet. We often think those traits are fixed, almost like eye color. But trauma has a way of painting over those colors. It can make survival strategies look so permanent that we start mistaking them for personality itself. Think of a little kid who learns early that when they cry, no one comes, or worse, anger comes. Over time, they stop reaching out. Later, as adults, they might proudly say, I don't need anyone. The world claps and calls it independence. But attachment researchers like Mario Mikulincer and Philip Shaver have shown us that what looks like independence can often be a protective shield built to prevent disappointment and hurt. Or picture a child who discovers that smiling, agreeing, and keeping the peace keeps them safe. They grow into adults described as so nice, so easy to be around. But Stephen Porges' polyvagal theory shows us that smile may be more than kindness. It's the nervous system saying, stay safe by staying small. Some children find safety by living in their minds. Psychiatrist Judith Herman described dissociation as the way the mind works out when the body cannot. Just think about that. Mind works out when the body cannot. Deep. Later, when those children become adults, people might call them cold or detached, but the distance is actually a bridge they built long ago to survive unbearable moments. And then there are those whose bodies never stop ringing the alarm. Even when the danger has passed, the smoke detector keeps going off. They might appear short-tempered or quick to snap. Bessel and Kolk called this the body keeping the score, the body remembering the fire even after the flames are gone. The At First Childhood Experiences study, often called the ACE study, by Vincent Felitti and colleagues showed us this is not rare. Childhood trauma doesn't just shape health outcomes like heart disease or depression. It also shapes what looks like personality. Later work by Marilyn Kolk and others confirmed that complex trauma echoes in relationships, emotional regulation, and even in our sense of identity. What looks like a fixed personality trait may really be a nervous system adaptation. It's like walking into a house where all the furniture has been shoved against the windows or door. If you didn't know the history, you might laugh and say, what strange decorating. But that arrangement was never about style. It was survival. Now, you might be thinking, well, people are different, I'm different, and that's true. But here is the difference. When trauma colors personality, the traits are often marked by a too, T-O-O, too independent, too agreeable, too distant, too reactive. That too is often the sign you are looking not at someone's natural blueprint, but at a survival strategy that became permanent. And if that someone is you, if you have ever asked, am I like this? Or did life make me like this? The answer is often both. Personality and trauma weave together like threads in fabric. But the beautiful thing is, threads can be rewoven, furniture can be moved back, alarms can be reset. So how do we do that? If it were really furniture, you might move the lighter pieces yourself and call friends to help with the heavy ones. With trauma, the lighter pieces might be grounding exercises to keep you present when your mind wants to float away. Meditation can help calm a reactive nervous system. Affirmations can slowly rebuild a sense of worth, and for the heavier lifting, processing memories, healing wounds. Therapy is often the place where you don't have to carry the furniture alone. Your nervous system did what it had to do. It was brilliant and kind in keeping you alive. But survival doesn't have to be your whole story. With awareness, care, and healing, you get to choose what you want to carry forward and what you are ready to set down. This is Dr. A. Thank you for being here. If this spoke to you, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube and follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more from Corner of Dr. A. I will leave you with this. Your survival responses are not your identity. They are the proof of how fiercely you wanted to live. Thank you.